All right.
Cool.
The part of me says I'm going to need a camera. Why do I have that feeling?
You're not on.
I'm filming it all.
Oh, you're filming. Well done. Thank you. This is cool.
So, we have here a little bit of pressure to come and join the Academy. After all the years of me coming over and trying to learn things to take back to Russia, I thought it was time that we brought something from Russia for the Academy. Now, I have a friend, Alexandr Mushkin, and his wife, Alena, and I met them first because a girl was working for us as an intern. And she's quite eccentric, never could quite work her out. And one day she said to me, "You should meet my parents." It's not a thing, you know.
Yes, that was what you said.
Yeah. I was thinking, oh, did I get drunk and something happened? I don't know.
Especially if you're already married.
Exactly. But she was eccentric enough for me to think, well, you know, maybe there's something in this. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
So I went to her parents' flat, and as in most sort of apartments in St. Petersburg, it's just a flat in a building, and you walk in the sort of corridor downstairs, and it's a bit messy, and you're sort of thinking, oh God, what's going to be inside? But very often Russians will do this. The public areas are pretty hideous, but you go into the private area, and it's gorgeous and unique, and you wouldn't expect it. So I walk into this complete wonderland of art. And this is an artist couple. She does gorgeous oil paintings. He does some insane stuff with recycled, essentially, metal. And they've developed, over a number of years of working, a whole separate style of their own. You'll see that it has a base in steampunk, but it is far from steampunk. It's a lot more detailed, a lot more refined. There's finesse. We helped them to produce a book. Unfortunately, it is all in Russian.
That makes it cooler.
But it's got lots of pretty pictures.
This is how exotic we are. We're so rock and roll. We have stuff in Russian.
Only Gene can read it.
It's got a lot of pretty pictures. On the front is a dragon. If you look closely, you'll recognise that certain parts are made from old silver spoons and watch dials,
Wow.
cogs from inside, old pocket watches, that kind of thing.
It's called junketecture.
Junketecture, indeed. And this particular dragon was taken to, with a bit of help from us, to Christie's in London in 2016 and sold at auction by Christie's, which obviously for any artist is a massive thing. What I haven't managed to do yet is help them capitalise on that, but I'm hoping to, that by exporting some of their work, for example, to here, to America, and onwards, we can help build them up to the level they deserve. I welcome you to have a flick through here.
They're amazing.
Later on, the stuff they've done is incredible. They keep doing it. They do it to order, commissioned, as I'll say in a second. They also just create stuff for the hell of it that they like. So have a flick through that.
I've got an infinite amount of time to look through this. I guess we'll pass that around.
Before we go any further, just a brief story about how this happened. They were talking about how they could sell more stuff, how they could get some clients. I was sitting there listening, thinking, well, I'm just a friend, I'm not your marketer or anything. And I looked at all the stuff they had on the walls. There are angels, there are all kinds of other things that were close to them. And I sort of just thought, well, I know some people that like art, and I know some people who have a theme. And I said, well, have you ever done anything to do with Don Quixote? And they said, no, we haven't. I said, well, could you? And Alexandr said, I love that theme. It's fantastic. It's extremely visual. It's funny. It's witty. It's fascinating. So I sent them a picture of the tower. I sent them to the website and said, do what you can. Other than that, there is no instruction from me in this. It is all their own ideas, their own style, and when I saw it, I just thought, brilliant, this is the thing. So ladies and gentlemen, from Alexandr and Alena Mushkin in Russia to Wizard Academy.
Oh, wow. Look at that. That's crazy.
And look what page we just happened to be looking at.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dulcinea.
Oh, wow. We'll go to this page.
And we said, oh, yeah. So we've got.
And everything is interactive.
Oh, this is illegal.
These things move and shift.
Wow.
These are removed.
And inside the cupboard you have the young Don Quixote's dream, a rocking horse.
Oh,
And
jeez.
Keys to the future life.
Keys to the future.
That is just too cool.
This is crazy.
When you're feeling very pensive, you can light a candle to the young, to the old Quixote. If you want.
Don't forget to put it out.
Don't forget to put it out.
And Bucephalus was the horse of Alexander the Great, and Don Quixote had Rocinante, and this is the icon of all of that. This is Pegasus and Rocinante and Bucephalus, the amazing magical horse of Alexander the Great, and this specific style of sculpture is a bigger idea than just Rocinante, and they need to know that I recognize that immediately.
Oh, wow.
So this is the anima is it's a Jungian archetype. It means the perfect woman that can only exist in the imagination of a man, and the animus is the perfect man that can only exist in the imagination of a woman. And so Helen of Troy was the anima, the face that launched 1,000 ships. And Dulcinea was the anima. Is everything Don Quixote did was in her name and for her honor, even though they never met. He only saw her once from a distance. And she never at any time knew he existed. And so the perfect woman and the perfect horse are both represented here. So Rocinante, they've taken beyond the idea of Dulcinea, they've also incorporated Rocinante as this horse that is more than a horse. It is the idea of what a horse is and can do. And so Pegasus and Rocinante and Bucephalus, the horse of Alexander the Great, the movie The Black Stallion was basically made about that same idea, which would be the anima of the horse. And so I see so much of that stuff on here. And the whimsy,
Instruments.
yes, the whimsy of and the machinations of Don Quixote. These people are brilliant. These people are geniuses. So here's what we have to do. We have to find this incredible place where it's protected and
But you can still interact with it somehow.
yeah, we got to put
So
it
the trick was somewhere where not all traffic passes it, but if you know it,
this is the thing. We're going to put it in a place where only the inner sanctum people, like these people,
right?
only people that get to, you can't even get to this part of the tower unless you are allowed there. So it's not going to be a publicly accessible part of the tower. We will absolutely do that. So thank you. And these artists' names again, first names?
Alexandr and Alena Mushkin.
Alexandr and Alena. So Alexandr and Alena, thank you. I recognize your brilliance and your genius, and I see many of the symbols already without even having to have them explained. And I'm sure I'll figure out the other ones later. We bow before you. Thank you for your gift.